Welcome back to Slip and Lip podcast. This week we're going to talk about the Pope coming to the country.
Popey.
We're going to
Popey.
shout out to the Pope. The Pope, we're going to do stand for truth as well, which is a big appeal against the Catholic Church and just kind of the Pope coming to Ireland and everything being kind of brushed under the carpet. We're going to talk about the Leaving Cert.
Yeah, Leaving Cert. FETAC, it's not even called FETAC anymore, and just third level going to college stuff.
Yeah, not the end of the world enough for chaps.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the Debs. We're going to finish on the Debs. So
Yeah,
we
the
put up a
Debs
little
ones.
funny picture of Ryan at his Debs on Instagram today.
I
So
look like, I'm trying to think how old I was at the Debs. Was I 18? It must have been 18 because I could drink.
yeah, most people
I had
are
long
dead,
hair
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know why I had long hair? Because the girl who I was with in the picture, which is Neve, which is still the girlfriend now, so it's 8 years ago, so I'm still with Neve, right? But before that, right, I was with a girl and she was like, "Oh, you look better with long hair." This is how much of a muppet I was when I was younger, right? Gobshite, like. And she was like, "Oh, you look better with long hair." Or like blonde long hair. I was like, "Alright, no bother." So I fucking wore it long anyway. Then I got with Neve and he was like, you just look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you
look
did
like
look
your
like a
sister.
fucking idiot,
You just
like.
stop. But yeah, that's why I have long hair in that picture. And
The hassle, Ryan.
oh yeah, rented a suit off John Flood's, I think.
But we'll talk about the Debs later.
Oh, can we? All right, okay.
You know, we'll talk about the Debs
Go on.
later. We're going to talk about the Pope coming to town. So it is Friday evening. The Pope lands tomorrow morning.
What time?
Jesus, man, I'm not his fucking.
He's getting a Ryanair flight.
I doubt it. But
How does he fly in? Like, it has to be private jet, is it?
Oh, surely. But you know, he's only
Where's
going
that money coming from?
taxpayers. It's going to cost about 20 million. They're saying it's going to cost between 20 to 35 million for the Pope to come. He's only going to be in the country 36 hours.
Busy man.
Busy man.
He's a busy man.
And like the minute he comes in, his first stop, he's going to Ars Lorcan. Then he goes to Dublin Castle,
Or Slorcon.
or what's it called?
Or Slorcon's an Acklam, man. He's not coming to the library.
What's it called? President's
Ors
Gap.
on Uchtron.
Oh yeah, Ars
Yeah.
on Uachtaráin.
He's going to see the Gringotts.
Yeah, he's going to the
Goblin
Gringotts to have a chat. Then he's going to Dublin Castle to do a speech. He's going to have a luncheon then somewhere. He's going to a homeless shelter, and then he's flying out somewhere over. I don't know.
Where's he going for lunch?
Oh man, I don't know.
Jack White's.
I doubt it. But anyway,
Darcy's.
he's the whole thing is he's kicking off Sunday in Phoenix Park. There was a 500,000 tickets sold.
I know 2 facts about that, right?
Tell us.
So,
Shout your
loads
facts.
of old people are going to be very tired because they have to walk about, what is it, 10, minimum 4 or 7
Minimum
kilometres?
4,
Yeah.
but up to about 7.
That's crazy, like, right? So it's like an Ed Sheeran concert, basically. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
or an
yeah.
Eminem concert when he was
I'm
playing
not
at
allowed.
Slane
I'm
that
not
time.
allowed to be over this way. You're giving out to me. I'll go
Oh
this
yeah,
side.
yeah. Because last time you could barely hear you in last week's episode.
Right.
But anyway, back to the Popey. And there's a lot of going to be old people there. Obviously, he hasn't been here since 1979,
Yeah.
right? And I think there's 4,000 people holding or hanging or fucking
Handing out.
the Eucharist.
Yeah.
So the Holy Bread. So 4,000 people. What are those called? Ministers? No. People that can hold.
Ordained lads.
No, like, do you know the way the 4 people, like, you get
I know,
even a
yeah.
mass in Arthur? Well,
Yeah.
a mass anyway. You get those, like, 4 local people and they can, like, give out the bread and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And
The
wine.
bios.
Yeah. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Eucharist something. I don't know. Anyway. But there's going to be 4,000 of them apparently. And then there's going to be 1,000, like, stewards and stuff and, like, medical people on standby ready for people to drop.
Yeah. And there's got like 500 priests or something with
Yeah.
him.
So you've a lot of old biddy coffin dodgers and they're going up to see the man himself, like, and then...
But they're expecting deaths at it. Which in fairness, like if you have to get your fucking granny to walk 7k, like, you know what I mean? She's not going to be in the
Sort of
best form after it.
So the first thing Pope's going to say is the last rites,
Yeah.
basically.
Just
Like,
get the last rites out. But there's definitely, like, they're expecting deaths. They're saying there's going to be 1,000 medical staff at it.
yeah, that's what I
Like,
said.
no wonder it's going to cost 20 million, like. But, do you know who's playing it?
You too.
No.
Who?
Andrea Bocelli.
Oh yeah, he's good.
They're flying the botch over, which is fair enough, right? But, you know, promoting
Well, they're
Ireland.
not. I got someone Irish.
Well, the
They're
rest
not
are-
got a
well-
likes of. Who would you? No, this is a good one. Who would you have?
Who would I have?
Yeah, really Irish now. Why wouldn't you
Jesus,
have?
I'd have to have Bono.
Oh no, you'd have to have Daniel O'Donnell.
Well, Daniel O'Donnell's playing.
Is he?
Yeah.
Who else would you have? You want to have some sort of performer. Yeah, Riverdance. You give
Riverdance is playing.
Are they?
Yeah. You're just knocking out. You fucking.
I literally haven't. I haven't watched
Riverdance
this.
and Daniel O'Donnell are playing.
And for his lunch, he's eating stew.
Stew, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's eating. Stew casserole.
You know who I'd have at?
Who?
Hermitage Green.
No.
Yes, man.
They're only new.
They're deadly.
They're not established.
They're on the go years.
Yeah.
I think they're deadly anyway. I try. I just go all Irish out on them.
Codeline.
Oh yeah.
All I want.
You know who I do? I do the Coronas.
No, what a fucking San Diego song.
Yeah, exactly. I do a lot of just young Irish
Everyone's
bands.
hammered off holy water.
Yeah. But like, and I do what's his name?
Oh, Niall Horan.
Oh, shout with Niall Horan actually.
Slow hands. And then that will be slow hands because everyone will be going up to get the bread and be like slow hands. It'll be shaky hands.
Oh, you have it all like timed out and all like that.
Now, are they doing? Would he be giving out the bread?
I doubt it.
If I'm going that far and I'm walking 7 kilometres,
He won't leave the little altar again, and there'll be security and fucking all sorts of them.
Imagine this is going to sound really bad, and I'm going to be struck down now, right? But imagine he was assassinated.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Jesus, we
Just some muppet like
in Ireland.
Yeah.
We'd
Just
be
some lad off his head with a fucking.
You'd never get in. 7k to get through with it.
What do you think the security's going to be like?
It's meant to be unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, it's meant to be 5 million just on security. Something like that. I could be pulling these out of my arse, to be honest. But
what's his name? Jean Paul.
No, that was the last lad.
That was the goal. That was the Nazi goalkeeper.
Yeah, he was class. Not the Nazi one, the Polish one.
A Polish goal.
Yeah. This lad is Pope
Benedict,
isn't it?
I don't know.
Something like that. Benedict Cumberbatch is coming to my mind.
Yeah,
no.
He's an actor.
Well, oh yeah,
100% an actor.
Part-time actor. A little bit of Pope on the weekend. But look, we're talking a little bit taking the piss out of it now, but to be serious, in 1979 there was 2.7 million people went to see.
Where was the same place?
Same place, yeah. I think it was the same place. Not like I was there or anything like that, but
where is it? Phoenix Park.
Phoenix Park, yeah. It was the same place because there's a big statue. We went up there on school field trip back in the day.
Of the Pope.
Not with the Pope, no, but you know the big cross up in Phoenix Park.
Yeah.
That's where Pope John Paul came.
Oh right. Yeah.
So 2.7 million people turned out to see him. 500,000 tickets sold. Well, they're free, but you had to have a ticket to get into Phoenix Park. So 500,000 tickets are gone.
Where do you get these tickets?
Yeah,
Ticketmaster?
online and
you can't get them Ticketmaster.
I don't know. Drop down to the church.
You can't go down into Super Value and get your GA tickets. Oh, can I get 2 to see the Pope, please?
I don't know what they're doing with the Pope tickets. I wasn't really trying to get one, but
if anyone knows, actually, how the fuck?
They're all sold out anyway.
Oh really?
Yeah. I heard there was a bit of a protest about it though. The people were buying. Well, obviously they're free, but people are getting tickets and. By the protesters, they're not going to go. So say this lad went in, got 100 tickets or whatever like that, he's just not going to go and keep them 100 tickets.
Why?
As a protest?
As a protest to say, fuck Christianity,
and I'm not letting 100 other people go with me or 99 other people.
Surely you can't get 100 tickets.
Well, they rang in Joe Duffy and they were cracking to Joe, and Joe sorts things out like.
Joe's so mad.
Do you know, now in all fairness, the man with the fucking power in the country is Joe Duffy, but people ringing in left, right and centre saying that Joe, I have hundreds of tickets here and I'm not going, and that's it.
I tell you one thing, Joe, he'd be so mad for Taoiseach.
Joe for Taoiseach, Jesus,
he'd be a good shout, wouldn't he?
Let's back Joe for Taoiseach.
Or fucking president.
Well, yeah, president over Taoiseach, yeah.
Another thing, what does the president do now in Ireland? Like,
not a lot. Like, it's really just
compared to Trump, like,
yeah, not a lot. It's really just a kind of ceremonial. Jesus,
do none.
Good man, Barry, with that word.
Yeah.
Ceremonial kind of position, and I think he has to sign up. Like, if it gets through the Dáil and all like that, and someone passes a law, the president signs it off, but it's fairly done before.
Yeah, like, he's just there to be fucking play a part.
Yeah.
It's a handy old gig, like.
Oh god, yeah, me on a good few pound there up in a lovely house, and you know, a few cars driving around.
There's 2 big massive dogs as well.
Yeah.
Last time, a few weeks ago, when Meghan Markle was in the same, she loved these dogs apparently.
I heard from a reliable source that he does ride them around the house. He has a little saddle on the dogs.
Hardly.
I swear. On his days off from Gringotts.
What does your man say in Harry Potter as well? Remember the first one when Harry goes into the Gringotts bank and he's like, oh, your man like peers over the oak like that, and he was like, what does he ask him for, a key or something?
have you got your key?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Potter got his
yeah, and
key?
then Hagrid had it, and he's
Hagrid has it.
Oh man,
Oh, Roger.
yeah, I'm dying to watch Harry Potter. Actually.
Yeah.
But so he's only in the country for 36 hours. 20 million. It's got roughly around 20 million. It's gonna
Barry's
cost us.
figures out his bottom.
Pulling figures. I have it all on my little book, but it's gonna cost around 20 million. Which, in fairness, like, right. Fucking acquire that. I'd go and get Beyonce or something like that.
Yeah.
Throw up in Phoenix Park.
Yeah.
Now, this is where I was getting on earlier on. 2.7 million people went in 79. What was there? Probably about 4 million people in the country back in 79, if that.
Why don't they have concerts in Phoenix Park?
Ed Sheeran.
It's Phoenix Park.
Yeah.
Was he not in Slane?
I think it was in Phoenix Park.
Was it?
Yeah, Swedish House Mafia.
Phoenix Park.
It's Phoenix Park.
Was that a Marley? Oh, I don't know.
But anyway, so back in 1979, 2.7 million. It just goes to kind of show you now. I can't see him hitting anywhere near them figures.
Hardly.
Like the pull away, the kind of the generation. So 1979 would be the generation early before us, or two generations.
We're the millennial generation.
Yeah. So I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah, but you're still a millennial.
Yeah, I'm not having any of these fucking. I'm not a millennium child now.
Yeah,
all these young lads.
If you're under fucking 20, or no, if you're under 30 or something like that, you're a millennial.
But
Alright.
so you just goes to show you the kind of pull away from the church this country's had. Like, if they get the 500,000 tickets, which they're sold, and what does Crow? He's doing a massive Crow Park as well. So he's a busy man now in them 36 hours. He is flying about. He's going to Knock as well.
What does he do after? Where does he go after this?
Oh, next country, get 20 million. Better.
So it's a Pope World Tour.
World Tour of the Pope. I think he is up there with One Direction when they were going around hitting them sort of views. Like,
only it's like One Direction and get like a lot of women throwing stuff up on stage.
And this just having a lot of women falling on to the ground.
Just dropping.
Yeah, but we shouldn't really take the piss because there's definitely going to be dead set.
Do you reckon there's going to be someone dead at?
Oh god, of course, man.
And why would they do it then? Like,
and
why can't you just go around
to each gaff, like?
No, to each, like, I don't know, like, what's the rush? Like, why is it only 36 hours? Could you not spend a week here?
He's just, I don't know, he's on to the next stop. Like, if to be fair, it hasn't came since 79, like, so this is the...
What's he been doing?
It's been the different popes, like. They have to go to every country, like, it's just our turn again. Or after giving them 20 million quid.
Man, there's not that many countries. There's not that many countries where, like, he's not going over to the small countries. I know we're a small country, but he's not going over to the really small countries, like.
You wouldn't know what he's doing. And he has to pan out, he's an outlet as well. Like, he can't just constantly betting around.
How old is he? He must be nearly 80.
Oh yeah, man. All them popes are.
Why are they all... This is another fucking thing that annoys me, like, I don't know how you actually get into the fucking priesthood and all that stuff, and the bishop and all that, and how you climb up the social ladder of fucking Christianity there, but and you end up being pope, and do you have to get elected in or voted in or something like that?
Yeah.
So
by
there,
the cardinals,
straight away that there's going to be politics in that.
Yeah, by all the cardinals.
So,
like, the last time there was a young pope, they made a film about it. It was called Angels and... No, it wasn't. Angels and Demons.
Imagine you had some 21-year-old pope.
Or was it the Da Vinci Code? Or Angels and Demons? One of them. And it was made about... Tom Hanks was in it. It was made about the last pope. He was young lad.
Like, if you had some...
Try to blow up everyone.
Dime piece. No, why is the pope always a lad as well? Oh, because you can't have... Can you have women priests, no? And why can't you have... No, oh yeah, shit. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot, right? So why can't you have... Why is it always a man pope? Why can't you have a women pope?
Because you can't have a woman priest.
Whoop.
Whoops. Shout out to the whoops. No, it's you can't have a woman priest, sure.
Why?
Because they're only nuns.
Yeah, but sure, why can't a nun turn into... Why can't that evolve like a fucking Pokemon into a pope?
Because you have to get to a priest first, then you have to get to a bishop, and then you have to get to a cardinal.
So if you're a nun, you're a nun.
You're a nun.
You just know that's it, like...
Maybe you might get head nun.
Yeah,
you're
and
still
after
a
that...
nun. No.
So you're a sister.
Like, have you ever went to mass and there's been a woman talking?
No.
It's very... Like, the Protestants, you can have a vicar. They're vicars, like, and you can have a woman vicar, like the Vicar of Ghibli.
Yeah, but a vicar can have a wife as well, can't he?
Yes, yeah. Like, the vicar that is an art, he's sound out, he's always in penance.
Is he a vicar?
Yeah, of course he is. Any Protestant priest is a vicar.
Oh, right, yeah. But like, why can't you have I'm sure there's women out there that are fucking agreeing with me here saying
It's a church. That's the Catholic Church, like.
some fucked up stuff, like that whole thing about the gay. Like, I'd love to fucking hear his real honest opinion as well.
I think he wouldn't. I think he'd be fairly kind of.
Doesn't give a bollocks.
Like
Where's he from again?
Argentina.
Ah, yeah.
He was this.
He just loves Messi and Maradona.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Like he was this pope that had like he went onto Twitter, didn't he? And he like he went on big screens on San Paulo Beach, and you know he was kind of like cool and hip when he first came out. Like,
how long is he put in the pope seat?
I'm gonna have a mad guess and say about 8 years.
Yeah.
Maybe a good bit anyway. But so the pope's there, and as we were kind of touching on there, you know, the other side of it, like, you know, what the Catholic Church has done. This is what Hosier is one of the main people kind of doing this Stand for Truth.
Right.
So Stand for Truth is going to be on in the Garden of Remembrance in Dublin, and it's going to start at the exact same time, 3 o'clock on Sunday, that the Pope is starting his Mass.
Okay, for anyone that doesn't know, what is the Garden of Remembrance, or what is this stand for? What does it mean?
So the Garden of Remembrance is it's like, you know, fallen, you know, people have died, and you know, you remember past people and stuff like that. Like, so they're going to hold a little concert and all there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing it in a way to kind of not support everyone going to the Pope, not support the Catholic Church because of what the Catholic Church has done to the people of Ireland. So Mary Black's at it as well. Like, you know, there's a lot of Irish singers that have come out, and loads of Irish bloggers and all have come out and said that they're supporting this rather than the Pope. Like, you know, the Magdalene laundries, the, you know, the priest rapes and all that, like, you know. So they're saying, why should we go up and stand with the Catholic Church when the Catholic Church has done so bad to a lot of Irish people?
That's all well and I know what they're trying to do there, right? And and they're making a stand and stuff like that. I'd say half of them that are doing that, even more than half, are still Catholic by religion.
Oh yeah.
So if they're so strongly against it, fucking change your religion. Start there. You don't have to rally. Like, this is the thing, and that's just going to cause hysteria, like, and just more issues. If you don't want to support it, don't fucking go.
What is your stance on the Catholic Church?
They're wrong in some stuff. I was brought up Catholic because my grandmother would have been very holy.
Yeah, same as mine.
And she would have been like, she would have never she watched that there's a song for Raggy Boy, like, and she didn't agree with any of that, like all the stuff that happened in that film, and said it was all made up, like, and that's just an ancient way of thinking on her behalf, like. But Nanny, Lord rest her, like, she was just very holy, and she would have had it she brought it into the family, obviously. Before her mother would have been holy and stuff like that. But me myself, like, I haven't been to Mass in fucking ages, like, do you know what I mean? I might go if somebody dies, or
that's about me.
if I have an exam coming up, or do you know what I mean?
Would you go if you had an exam coming
I
up?
like candles.
Do you?
Yeah, I get very holy if I have an exam coming up. Something bad happens, I might go. But other than that, like, I'm not reaching out to the Lord Almighty. I don't understand why there's fucking children dying, babies dying. If there's a Lord up there, why is that happening? And then they say that these things happen because God wants them to happen and stuff like that. And there's some stuff, like, it's all up in the air, I think, like, you know what I mean? It's somebody's fucking own idea as to what they want to do at the end of the day and what they want to believe. But I don't think there shouldn't be fucking wars nowadays on religion. Like, religion is very uncool and unhip now. Back in the day, about 20-30 years ago, the church ruled the country. Now it doesn't, clearly, with all the new stuff that's coming in with in laws and regulations and amending the like the 8 and stuff like that, and fucking bringing in gay marriage and equal rights and all that kind of stuff. So we're a bit more up to date and a bit more caught up with ourselves now. And I think, yeah, that I agree with you what you're saying, where there's going to be half the amount of people that turned up in 79. Still, it's all going to be all over the tellies and the news and stuff like that. But people, I'd say I don't give a fuck about it. Couldn't give a shit. I won't be watching it. Not out that I don't agree with anything. I couldn't care less. Yeah, I don't.
Important things on
if
it.
someone asked me what to think about it, I don't have an opinion on it. I just don't. I've more important things going on. And I'd say everybody, well, I'd say half the people my age would agree with me and half probably wouldn't. But
well, saying that, like, I put a poll up on our Instagram this morning, today, about who do you support, or who would you support? Would you go to the pub, see the pub, or would you go to the Stand for True concert?
Of course you go to the Stand for True. It's, first of all, it's a concert, so it's going to be right crack.
Yeah.
Second of all, Hosier's fucking deadly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're going to be playing it, and probably it's going to be a better crack in the pub, like in Paris. But 90% of our viewers went for. Oh yeah. Went for the Stand for True, which it does kind of show.
Yeah, but our viewers and our demographic are a lot of them are under 35, like. Yeah. So, and the majority of people that are going to this pub thing are over 35.
Yeah. But like, as you said,
doesn't reflect the truth.
The gay marriage, that got voted in. That wouldn't have been voted in 79.
Oh, no.
The abortion.
No, definitely.
That wouldn't have been voted in 79. It shows you how far away we've came from the church. And like, you have your views, I have my views. I would still. I do believe there's something else, whether it's God or whether it's something that's my personal views. I haven't been to church in a long time. The last time I would probably go to church would be a funeral, or of a wedding, or something that you kind of have to go to.
You have to go, yeah.
Not out of my own mind, but
they need to do something with mass. Like, it's just very fucking boring.
But
it's quite hard to sit through for 45 minutes or an hour or whatever it is. Like, I hate on Christmas morning.
Oh, I don't do that. But like, tell me this, right? Say you had a kid, would you baptise him?
The only reason I would is because the majority of other people would. Yeah. And that sounds stupid. Just to give him a handier life. Yeah. Or her handier life.
Like,
that's all.
Without baptising them, you're taking away marriage now from before they even start.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Like, so. Really? If you don't get baptised?
Yeah, you have to do your baptism, you have to do your communion, your confirmation, then marriage.
Yeah.
You can't just go, unless you get registered, all that crap.
Oh, yeah.
Church marriage, you can't.
Yeah, I'd probably only do it just to make life easier.
Yeah.
Because it just seems too easier if you're fucking... Like, and you still get that stuff like, oh, he's a proddy bastard or proddy cunt and all this, like, if you're... Like,
do you get it that much?
You used to years ago. I used to fucking say it to people, like, and they'd say whatever back to you, like, but just messing, like.
Yeah. I don't think there's as much as that, like, where we live, like, we're in Wicklow. Obviously that stuff does go on in other places, but I don't think it's as big as what it was years ago.
Yeah, it used to be a lot of years ago. Now it's just fucking black and white.
Yeah.
You don't even get that here.
No,
you don't get right. I think we're a very un-racist country.
Yeah.
But that's because 95% of us are white. 80% of us are probably Catholic. So we're all fucking the same.
You think we're an unracist?
Unracist.
Yeah.
So we're very equal.
I think it's because, like, it's just the Irish things. Like, the Irish went all over the world when, years back, and it was like, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. So we were kind of at that level, not us talking, but we would have known the history of it. So, and we're kind of easier
we're a small country though as well.
Yeah.
Like, what I'd love to know I wish we had a stat for the percentage of white fucking male or white fucking people in Ireland compared to another fucking, what's it called? Demographics not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, we're all the same basically, so that's why we're very un-racist, which is a good thing, obviously, but compared to America where they're all sporadic, so everyone, loads of different things going on there, so that's why you have that fucking racist stuff going on. Next topic, leaving certs. So congratulations, or
yes, congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations, to everybody.
To everybody.
Yeah.
Not, to people that have done better than that what they should, or people that have done lesser what they should. We touched on this last year. This shows that we're just a year doing it, because it was one of our first ones that we did a leaving cert one on last year. But the leaving cert is, I always feel it's just such a massive pressure so early on in people's lives.
It's not needed.
I don't think it's needed.
It's not needed. Like, there's a better way of doing it, I think. Like,
yeah. I think so as well.
Some people just aren't good at doing fucking exams. For one, I wasn't good at doing it.
No.
If there wasn't a thing called continuous assessment, I would be absolutely fucked.
But
you know what I mean?
It just shows, like, if it doesn't work out for you, let's even take you for example. It didn't work out for you first time you went back. Did it again? Worked out for you. There's all these back doors into everything now.
Yes, there is. Back door into absolutely everything.
You know,
and half the time it's not fucking watching out too. You know.
Like I was talking to this mother in work, yesterday. So when was the Leaving Cert results out?
Week ago. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah. So.
Or
No,
the week before.
yeah, yesterday I was talking to her in work, and yeah, so I think it was his nanny actually, just with the age wise when I'm thinking back, and he didn't get what he wanted. He didn't get the maths results, and another thing that he didn't want, so he didn't get
the maths is like.
Yeah, do you know there was 3,700 people, students that failed maths?
I was one of them.
Yeah, but this year,
Yeah.
highest ever. But this nanny was telling me that her grandson was in bits over it. He was
you feel like a failure, like.
yeah, so he wouldn't leave his room. He didn't go out with his friends to celebrate or anything like that. And it's just so much pressure. Imagine a young lad there, 17, 18, locking himself in his room because he didn't get well in school.
You just feel embarrassed, like, and then it's just like there's kind of two ways you might feel about it. Like, you might have your parents, you might be lucky enough to have fucking parents, and they're just, come on, study, you have to study, and then you're just going through the motions, and you're just opening the book, but you're not really trying to put it in your head, kind of a thing, like. And then you get your results, and then you can put the blame on yourself. But then you have other people, and they're going around and they're just messers in school, and they don't give a bollocks, like, and they're just being an arsehole to the teacher, and they're just being an arsehole to their student friends and stuff like that by just being a cunt, basically, like. And then they get the results, and they might get this happened in my year, like, and they might get 80 points or 100 points or something like that, or less, and they just think, fuck it, like, you know, and trying to be the cool lad about it. You have those guys as well, where it's just like, will you shut the fuck up and cop on, like, this is your future, like, you're looking at as well. But saying that, like you said, there's so much back doors into absolutely everything, like, and we did talk about a year ago this time last year, like, but like all those courses that you could do, like the level 5s and level 6 courses, like, and they just put you through college. They can get you into the door in college, and then you just work your arse off there to make sure that you're there for the 3 years or the 4 years if it's an honours degree or more. But like, and then again, some people fucking just aren't good in school, and they just don't, and they know themselves, look, I don't want to go to school, and I want to go out and get myself a good trade, and that's what I want to do. I'm good with my hands, I'm not good with the books. And look, like, it's up to everybody at the end of the day. Just have to find what they're good at. But I just think that if you have a little bit of schooling, it does gives you a kind of thing to fall back on. You know, but like, you don't want to say to yourself, okay, I'm going to be I'm going to be professional football, or I'm going to be a professional boxer or MMA, UFC fighter, or anything like that. Okay, that's all well and good at this for the next 2-3 years. What happens if you get injured and something happens, and then you have to start from scratch again? You've no schooling. You've only, do you know what I mean? So there's always that thing, like, and that's why when the lads go over to England and they go to play football and stuff like that, they still have to go to school. Yeah. Tomorrow they could break their leg and their career's over. So it is important as well that you, like, there's two ways of looking at it. Like, it is important to have some sort of schooling behind you that you can fall back on. Yeah. So I will say that.
But the fact is, like, it isn't, like, Ryan's very right in saying you do have to have the schooling, but you're in the school, you're trying. Maybe you just aren't good at exams, or you just had a bad day, like, you know, you just walked in, bad day, exam didn't go well, everything you studied for nothing came up, whatever happened, you know, it can all happen. That isn't the be all and end all. There is, like we've said, like, there is back doors, but don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it will all come around. Everything works itself out in life. That is one of my biggest philosophies. Everything will work itself out.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
No.
Right.
It's Barry's a very positive person, which I wouldn't be positive. I'd be more negative, and I'm always worrying about things and fucking paranoid. But I think, you're right in what you're saying, that you could study and absolutely nothing comes up in the paper, and you're just so unlucky. Like, and that's what that fucking cert is. That exam as well. It's a fucking game of luck. Like I said, like, you could study everything and you might get a really good paper 1 in your English, and then I don't know if they still do it like that, but that's what they done when I was doing it a few years ago, and it was paper 1 and paper 2, like, but like, you might do deadly in paper 1, and then just paper 2 comes around, just bites you in the arse, like, and it just fucks everything up. And you might be like me, where if you're bad at maths and you just get to the stage when you're going to school and you're just like, I just don't care, like I'll never use trigonometry I'm never going to use fucking algebra. Do you know what I mean? Like, when's the last time you actually wrote out a sum in a piece of fucking paper?
They have changed the maths now though, haven't they?
Yeah, it's project maths now, like, but it's still a lot of bollocks.
But like, obviously it's not working out if the highest ever fail rate was this year. It's obviously not working out, and I know there's a new grading system in.
Yeah.
But
that new grading system is to make it easier for them as well.
obviously that didn't work out.
What?
Obviously it hasn't worked out.
Well, what's the standard of the teaching that's going on as well?
Yeah.
The teachers need to be fucking taken account and they need to be looked at.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, if this is the highest rate ever in the
like
country.
them take an exam.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
they're teaching this new maths. Are they up to scratch on it?
I don't know.
You
We
know?
can't just be all the poor students and stuff like that, but is anybody going back to the fucking teachers and saying, okay, how well did you teach these students? Did you make sure that they knew what was coming up in this fucking paper? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Half of them have to be held accountable, like, and I'd say half of them would get a rude awakening if they had to sit an exam.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they can't pass the leaving exam, but give them a fucking exam to make sure that they can teach properly, like, you know. I think having a good relationship with your students as well is very important. Like, if you don't like your teacher, like, say if you're good at maths but you don't like your teacher, you're not going to give a bollocks about going into that class because you might think, oh, that teacher's an arsehole,
Yeah.
and I know it. And then it comes down the line when you have to take an exam that you actually don't know, and you're just not going to the class because you don't like the teacher. There's loads of things to take into account for it. But like, best of luck for the people that do get what they want and they are going to college, and I hope you make. What happens is, well, this is another thing that happens, like, just to come off that, like, you get to college 2 months down the line, then it comes to Christmas and stuff like that, your first term or your first semester, and you realise, I hate this course, and you're like, fuck, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit in this now for the rest of the year because I've paid my fees? You know, I'm going to lose me Susie grant, and a lot of people will be thinking about their Susie grants. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of it. If you drop out, do you get your Susie grant the year later? There's ways. I don't think you do. Do you sit in it for the next 3 or 4 years doing something that you don't want to do, then go into a fucking job career or a job sector that you don't want to be in? So it's very important as well that you got your CAO options when you feel out what you actually want to do, that you got that right, or else you fucked yourself for the next 4 year. Like, so yeah, not only is the Leaving Cert pressure, it's actually pressure putting that CAO thing on you in the same year as well. I think the Leaving Cert and like picking your courses should be a 2-year process, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then given in that last year that you actually grow up a little bit. Like, this transition year thing that's still in schools, like, is that, I think that should be gone, like, or needs to be compulsory that you go and do it. I think we never had it when we were in tech. You didn't have it either.
No.
TY, yeah.
No.
So we were a year younger compared to most other schools. Then a lot of other schools don't do it, like, but for some schools that it is compulsory that you have to do it. But I think you kind of should do it. That it gives you an extra year to grow up. Whether people call it a DOS year or a mock year and stuff like that, like, but it's giving you an extra year to kind of mature.
But what I would say,
You know?
from that side, so say you didn't do the TY year, so you went straight into 6th year,
Yeah.
like us. But say you did do the TY year, like, you're falling away from your study. You haven't got that in your mind because it is like a DOS year. You're
DOS year.
pulling back away
That's the
from.
4th year, isn't it? It's after your junior cert, so it's like a break from your
No,
junior.
5th year, is it?
No, it's 4. Is first
Oh,
year,
4th,
first
yeah.
year, second year, third year. Third year is your junior, then your TY, possibly then in 4th year if your school does it, and then 5th year and 6th year.
Is it?
So
Oh, it is.
5th
Yeah.
year is you're proper.
And you're meant to go and look for a job or like a placement or
like 5th year is when you do your fucking, you know what you're kind of.
Yeah. But I would kind of say, like, instead of doing that and you say you're a year younger, even take a year out. Try to find yourself, grow up a bit. You know,
Yeah.
that's an option as well. Like, you know, there is so much, and each to their own about everything. Like, you know, I never went to college. I never did anything like that. I just went and start working from an early age.
You got a taste of money, you see, that was wrong with you. You got a
Yeah.
taste of money, you're like, fuck this college stuff, I'm not going to be broke for 4 years.
But you know, so I worked I worked my way out, and I'm fairly happy enough now. Like,
You
but
turn on the light there. You keep talking, good man.
alright, but I've always said I think it's way too much pressure on younger people, and I would hopefully no one's going to be out there and, you know, getting too down. Obviously you're going to be upset. You might not hit some of the things you wanted, and fair play if you did. But look, chaps, kids, talk to Uncle Barry. It'll all be okay.
Uncle Baz.
Uncle Bass. It'll all be
Creepy
okay.
Uncle Baz. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Dibs.
Debs.
Yeah.
Do we do everything? Do we? Debs. Yeah. So, when do you go to your Debs in your 6th year?
6th year finished. Yeah. So Debs were this week.
Yeah.
So you get your leaving cert results, then go to your Debs.
Is that the way it goes?
I think so, yeah.
And then you go on your... See the way people have now, actually, this is a new thing. Well, I don't think it was in when I was doing the leaving cert. Maybe I wasn't cool enough to go, but people have like leaving cert holidays now. Was that in when you were there, no?
Oh god, no.
No?
Oh god, no.
So like students go off with their friends and stuff after the leaving cert and go like to fucking Benidorm or Magaluf and all them kind of places, like all those cool fucking party places.
Is that a thing, is it?
Yeah, apparently, and you just go on a fucking mad one for a week.
Oh fuck.
Sounds like right crack.
Sounds like right crack.
Yeah, imagine just getting exactly what you want in the leaving cert and then going to Magaluf and...
I tell you what I did after my leaving cert. I went down to Joanne's for a fry.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did I... Oh yeah, no, hold
That could
on.
have been my junior cert either, I can't remember. In fairness, it was about 10 years ago.
What did I... Oh yeah, after the junior cert. You know the way everyone used to go to the duck pond in Arklow?
Yeah.
Like years ago. I went there once and it was the junior cert night. And I just got fucking hat. Like I didn't know anyone that was there. Well, I knew a few people like who went there like, and it was just fucking got hammered and got shit kicked at me when I went home, locked. But leaving cert night, there was leaving cert parties as well.
Yeah.
They were right crack.
Yeah.
We had in the tech when we went, just going back to the Debs there, in the tech we had a Debs committee, and I don't know what happened in the end. Did we? No, we actually didn't go to our Debs. We didn't have a Debs.
You didn't have a Debs?
No.
What happened? Your fucking
It just
year
never happened.
let it fucking down, didn't it?
It just whoever was, I don't know, but I think whoever was on the committee just fucking, it was students on the committee like that,
Yeah,
were running
yeah,
it, and
yeah.
it just never went into fruition, like so.
So you said no Debs?
No, give you a better one. The year below us, Gavin, my brother's year, like, it might have been 2 years below us. No, he wasn't. He was year, and they had a committee, and the girl who was running the committee went off with everyone's money.
Yes, good woman, I heard that.
Yeah, and bought a dress.
Nice.
I'd say she got the shy kicked out of her.
Imagine that, you'd be queer.
So they didn't have it. I don't think they had a Debs either.
So the Debs you went to was your Mrs. Debs?
Yeah, Neve's Debs, yeah. So she brought her, like, funny story about that, right? So this is going back 8 years now. 8 years ago. So fuck me, that sounds quite old, doesn't it? 8 years.
Mine was 10 years ago.
Is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know her at the time. We were up in the Maples, I think, in Arklow, and just a housing estate in the south of Arklow. And she came up to me and I didn't really know who she was, like, and then she was like, do you want to go to Debs? And I was like, oh fuck, and legged it. I was a muffet, like, I was so nervous about fucking girls and stuff, so I just legged it. And it was a group of friends. We're not friends now, like, we don't hang around together now, but like, I just legged it. I was like, yeah, see you later. I literally got up and ran like a fucking idiot, like what a muppet. But yeah, so that was a good time. And then I was just trying to be all cool then, like, I thought it was deadly to being asked to go to the Debs, and then she'd be like, oh, have you got your... And this is getting closer and closer. Like, this might have been a month before the Debs.
Yeah.
And she was like a week before the Debs. She was like, oh, did you get your suit? And I'd be like, no, I'll get it the day before and stuff, trying to be cool. And she was like, oh, did you get me my corsage? And did you get me...
Yeah.
Do you know the way you have to get corsage and you have to get a few other bits, like, but I was like, oh yeah, no, they're on the way. Just waited until the last day and just got brought up like a shit corsage and stuff like that. And then my man went mad at me, like, and I went and actually got one of the florists in Arklow to make one and stuff, and I was just a muppet, like, and like I said, I had like this stupid long blonde hair, like,
that you've all seen.
Yeah, that we've all seen on the Instagram page, and stupid stud earring, like, remember everyone was wearing stud earrings, and I went up like eating, like, just chewing gum and stuff like that in photos, and just, yeah, the night ended up being deadly, like, the night was really, really good. The food, we went, where did we go? I think, was it the Red Cow we went to? The place in Newtown.
Yeah, everyone goes to the Red Cow, don't they?
Was it the Red Cow? No, it wasn't the Red Cow. It was place in Newtown. Oh, I can't remember the name of it in Newtown. But yeah, the food was a bit shit. All that stuff's good. Like the dancing and all that fucking right crack, like, but the funny things about it is, like, where we went, they all, like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, they all come out with like the breakfast rolls and stuff like that, like, that's fucking right crack. They were lovely. Then you get the bus home from Arklow, and what happened though says we got dropped off Castle Park. This is AJ, I can't believe I remember it, like, and we got off and all the girls, like, needed to go to the toilet, so we went into the guard station and asked the guards, could the girls go to the toilet? And the guards were like, no, get the fuck out, like, what he's thinking,
obviously
it's 5 o'clock in the morning, like, fuck off. And I remember I bought shoes for the Debs as well, and they were too big. They were like a size too big, because I don't know if they were like cheaper if I got them bigger, so I don't know what way happened. But I wore 2 pairs of socks, right?
Oh yeah.
So I wore. Did you ever do that?
Double
Did
them
you?
up, yeah.
Double
I had to
them
do
up.
that before.
Yeah. So and they were killing me as well. So that's why I wore 2 socks, like. And Neve didn't wear, or she lost her shoes or something coming home, or her feet were killing her or something, wearing these big high heel yokes. And I was like, oh, here, you can have my sweaty sock because I'm 2. Do you know what I mean? I swear to God, like, what?
Gentleman.
Yeah. Here's my mouldy, dirty,
that I've been
sticky,
dancing in
yeah,
all
exactly,
night,
hot sock, like, walking home in the and I think it was pissing rain as well, like. But I only went to her Debs, like I didn't go to anybody else's, like. But fucking, I wish I had gone to a few more or gone to something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been in a wedding in ages, like, just want to get done up.
Yeah, it's right.
And go out, and do you know what I mean? So
like, I said this last year, so it was a year ago, so I don't know if anyone really heard it back then. My Debs was, I remember I was on the committee for the Debs.
yeah.
And mine went south, to be fair, fairly lively. I don't know how I got onto the committee, to be fair, like, because I was 18 in 6th year, so like I was kind of going out, and see, in school I was kind of, I hung around on the weekends with lads that were about 20, but then on the weekdays in school I hung around with all my mates that were about 17.
Yeah.
And I was just turned 18, so I was older, so I was kind of looking to go out,
Right.
but then they couldn't go out, so I kind of had a new group of friends on the weekend.
Right.
So I don't know how I got onto committee. I don't know if you get voted on the committee, or maybe I want to get on the committee to get out of class. I don't know what I was doing. So I ended up getting on the committee, and I had to ring the bay. We were getting the bay, so I had to ring the bay the price, how much it was, you know, the way to start getting money off people. And ringing bands, booking bands, all this crack, like. And I actually went to the bay, and I was like, right, much this, get a band, grand, whatever. They sorted it, but I had to go back over it with a deposit or something, and there was about 4 of us went over. I don't know how the teachers let the 4 of us out, to be fair. Like, there's 4 lads now, and 4 kind of older kind of at the scale lads compared to the rest of them, and we were fucking 4 devils, in fairness. And I remember I was 18 and had my passport with me, so I took my tie off. I could have took my shirt off, my jumper, and just had like slacks and a white t-shirt on, and I went into Dunnes Stores and got a crate of beer. I was like, fuck. Now, it was my own money now. I wasn't robbing the Debs fund, just throwing it out there. So it was my own money, and we went to the duck pond and we drank this crate of beer. And
how long were you meant to be in school?
Yeah, we were meant to be in school, and
push that mic up closer to you there.
Sorry, I'll lean this. So we were meant to be in school, but we were in the duck pond in a ditch drinking bottles. And I think we had to do another run back to Duns, and I fucking slowed run back, and the teachers was ringing us, where are yous, didn't come back to school, all this crack, hiding in a ditch drinking. And I think it was a Friday, so I was like, fuck it, it'll be grand, you know, they're not going to say it to me, I'm off the weekend anyway. So then I remember going back in Monday, and it was like, Barry's not on the committee. And I was like, I was thinking I wasn't going to be on the committee. So a girl took over the committee, and it was meant to be, it was a really good. I didn't go. I didn't go to my Debs because what happened was I asked a girl and everything, and I remember I was with a girl, and I asked another girl because there was like a group of us that hung around, and then a group of girls that hung around. So the lads said they're going to ask the girls.
Right.
So everyone kind of teamed up, and it was kind of cool like that. And my girlfriend at the time wasn't the best pleased, but sure, look. And my older friends on the weekend, I was out one night, and they were like, let's all go Oxygen. I was like, deadly idea, let's all go Oxygen. I remember booking Oxygen, like giving them money, booking it, and finding out it was on the same weekend as the Debs. And I'm like, well, there's no way I'm losing out on all this money if I have to pay on Oxygen. I've had to buy
Which was the
tent.
Oxygen, like 360 €.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was something like that. It was fucking crazy money back then, like. And I remember buying a tent, buying a shitload of beer, and then like 3 weeks before it, realising I haven't told your one that I'm not going to the Debs.
Yeah.
So drunken Sally's one night rang her, like, would have walked her up, like, because I was 18, she was only like 17. Would have walked her up and been like, look, I can't go Debs. Really sorry, because I'm going to Oxygen, like. And she was like, you're fucking so lucky. I was going to buy the dress tomorrow. And I was like, oh, well, look, if you bought the dress, I would have went. Wouldn't have went. Would have still went to Oxygen, like. But you couldn't say that, like.
Yeah.
But ended up going to Oxygen. It was still one of the best weekends of my life, I'd say. It was amazing. I do kind of regret not going to meet Debs, but knowing how good Oxygen was, I couldn't. If you gave it to me again, I'd go back to Oxygen again, like. You know.
What did you want to still like her or no?
Well, we were only friends anyway, like.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it wasn't like, you know, anything was going to really happen. Like, it was just like, look, I'm not going. Alright, grand.
Like, there's development that goes down with those Debs. Like, I can tell you stories that I like that didn't happen to me, but I've heard of some people. Like, quite a lot of people get pregnant nowadays. All that stuff.
I'd imagine that.
Loads, like. But you know, Debs fucking right crack. We should get, like, if anybody's listening to this and they have any funny Deb stories, actually write into us and let us know.
I'm sure there's a rake of funny Deb stories.
Yeah, I'd say so,
like I would have loved it in such a way, like, because you know when you're in sixth year, like, you know yourself, you know the group of friends that you went around with in sixth year, and you know the way you think, right, these are my friends for life. You do, like, in sixth year, you know, in school, like, so say to people, like, say if anyone's listening to this and then you're in school now, or just say you finish your leaving cert and you're in school and you're like, right, these are my best mates, you know, all that crack. That doesn't work out, like. No. That doesn't work out. Like, I can only speak for 90%. Now, you would still have friends from school and all like that, but, you know, people that you'd see week in, week out and stuff like that, very rarely it's kind of the same group of people. But you grow up and you
go into different things.
Yeah, you go into different fields. People start working in different areas. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's
same college as well.
Yeah,
not just in school. Like, college, it's like you don't keep up. But you say you're always, like, last year, oh yeah, we'll always be friends and all this shit because we've all been through this in the last 4 years together and all. And there's all this camaraderie. Bollocks. As soon as you fucking see that door, you're out the last door. Fuck, you're not going to speak to that. You might for a month or two, or maybe even up to a year, but you're not going to keep it up, like, so. Yeah.
So that's the one thing I regret, that I didn't have, like, a big last final blowout with him. But I would see a lot of them still to this day. You know, like, you'd say hello in passing, but I didn't have that last blowout. Do you know what I mean?
I can't wait till, like, 10 years out of... we probably are 10 years.
I'm nearly 10 years out of school now.
You should have, like,
next year,
a 10-year reunion thing. You should probably have that. Do you know all those reunion things? That's just a dick measuring competition.
Yeah.
That's all that is. Like, who's doing the best?
Who's done the best out of school? Who's this?
Who's done what? That's all that is. Like,
I don't even know if I'd go to my reunion.
Would you not?
Probably not. Like, to be fair, there's still about... There's probably about, maybe out of the full year, not even just my classes, out of the full year I went to school with, I'd say there's about 10 or 15 that are kind of alright, like.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
The rest of them are doffs and muppets, or?
Not that, it's just that you fell out and you just don't have any contact with them, and I don't really want to have contact with them, to be honest, either, like, you know. Like, I'm sure a lot of people say that about me, is like, you know, they wouldn't want to see me or Muppet or whatever, like, fucking
slip of the shite podcast.
Yeah, talking shite on this fucking podcast or whatever, like, but I just, you know, you just kind of go your own ways.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would like to see some of the teachers. And in school,
some of the teachers,
yeah,
you would like to.
Oh God,
yeah. You always have that thing about the teachers as well, like, you always have that respect for them.
Yeah,
like, teachers put up with an awful lot of shit.
And, like, in fairness, I was a little fucker in school, and I didn't realise that until about, like, you don't think really about the teachers when you're a young lad, even when you're in your early 20s or whatever like that, unless you go into teaching.
Yeah.
But, like, the older you get on, and I'd kind of see a few of my older teachers now, and I get on with them.
Yeah.
And there's one that tried to suspend me, and we always used to fight every week. And now if I seen him out, I get him a pint, and you know, always have a chat.
Did you have Mr. Moore in Northern Irish guy in the tech?
Mr. Moore,
like, you want to see a man controlling a room with his fucking presence. So, like, chaos going in the room. He used to teach maths, higher maths. And I wouldn't know.
Oh, I did. I went up to higher maths and I had him.
Yeah,
I had him for a year.
Yeah, like, it would be chaos in the room. Like, you know, you come back after lunch, 11 o'clock. First thing's maths for 40 minutes, and then you go into the class and be all fucking hell breaks loose, like, talking and shouting and throwing stuff at each other and all. Mr. Moore comes into the room. Silence. Yeah. You did not give a, like, you did not say nothing when that man was in the room. Like, he just commanded a fucking presence in the room, like, and he just commanded, like, just got respect and stuff like that, like. And then if you didn't know something, he would make you feel so stupid for not knowing it.
That's what I was
so
going to
you'd go
say.
home and you'd fucking, geez, I better have that right for tomorrow because he's
Yeah.
going to fucking ask me, like.
Because I remember I was in 5th year and I moved up to higher level. It was either the end of 5th year or start of 6th year.
Mm.
And I had Mr. Moore.
Mm.
I was later on anyway, and I had Mr. Moore, and it was like I came into this class, and there was 2 of us got moved up, 2 out of normal maths, and we got moved up to higher, and it's like we came in and we were just not in the group. We were just not part of this class.
Yeah.
It was just like he had everything already started, and he was rolling with everything, and I was like, sir, like, you're kind of gone way ahead of me. You haven't even shown me what the story is with this. And he'd be nearly disgusted, like, like, oh, for fuck's sake, do I have to go back and show you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of never got on with him.
But like just getting respect off people, like,
I used to remember
shit scared.
I used to remember the class used to go quiet, like.
You have the likes of that, like, you have really good teachers like that where you're terrified and you don't step a foot out of line. You actually do learn from them. Then you have the likes of some lad where, like, he's in the class, like, and he just farts, like, and then he blames the students, and he come in with, like, dandruff on his eyebrows, and he farts, and he just, like, blames the Tesco cabbage, and just like
that shit. Like, when you look back
and
on
you're
it,
meant to learn, like,
that's what I mean.
And that's what everyone used to say with that teacher, like, how the fuck, I'm not going to name him, like, but everyone knows who he is.
Like, I remember a lad,
Gay Ray.
Yeah, I remember Johnny Quinn is his name.
Yeah, I was just thinking of him.
He stood up in class and went, "You're our teacher, what the fuck is going on? Are you serious? Like, you're meant I could have been for the junior cert. I'm like, you're fucking teaching us for the junior cert, and you're drawing dogs on the board." Do you know what I mean? And he couldn't have went and got the it's like, sure, you had a fucking dog on the board. What was the principal going to say about it?
Fucking hilarious if you think about it now, though.
It's crazy, like
you couldn't write the shit like
that. But, like, some of the teachers I had great, like,
one of our teachers that used to crack on to the girls as well.
Yeah.
French teacher.
Oh yeah.
French,
no names now, boys. No names.
I'll have to give him Gay Ray out.
Yeah. Fuck it.
He deserves to be called it.
But there was 2 teachers. Yeah, I'm going to say 2 teachers.
What?
I have a good lot of respect for. Like, one of them I clashed with. No, 3 I'm going to say. 2 of them I clashed with massively in school. One was my business teacher, so I'm not going to say any names. So one was my business teacher, and she, I don't know, I used to have her first thing of a Monday morning. It could have been a double class, and this is my 6th year, so I would kind of come in hungover-ish Monday mornings.
Does her second name start with or?
No.
Okay. C?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there was this, one of the particular teachers I used to clash with, we used to have double business of a Monday, and I used to be kind of seedy some Mondays, and it was my own fault. I was I was a fucking dickhead. Like,
what year was this in?
6th year.
Alright.
Do you know, it wasn't like fucking 2nd year, and like, I wasn't that much of a fucking idiot. But, you know, I don't know, I was a fucking idiot, to be honest. Like, I can look back now and say that, like, but back then I was like, why you gotta pick on me or whatever, like. And the more I kind of get older, I was like, you know, I just grew respect for her. I was like, fucking actually fair play, she was a great teacher. She caught me on. I remember a lot of shit went down with me in 6th year, and she was very good to me in 6th year, like,
went that extra bit and all.
Yeah.
She look after you, are you alright and all that
kind
of stuff, like,
yeah, you know, took me out of class a few times where I was kind of like losing a bit of the run of myself, and had chats to me, and, you know, I haven't seen her since school, but I would like to say thanks, in fairness, if I ever seen her again. She was a very good teacher. Another one was my TG teacher. I see his wife all the time.
Yeah, she's
yeah, so I seen her wife all the time. Seen her yesterday.
So nice. She's one of the nicest people to me.
Yeah. So
she'll stop to you and say
yeah,
say hello,
yeah.
Like,
every time I see her, like, so he was very nice as well. Like,
he was deadly. He told me, he said, you're going to do stuff with drawing.
Yeah.
Never forget it. Like, and I actually do it now. Like, so it's fucking in the architecture field and all that. Like, and he was like, you're going to end up doing stuff.
I wonder if it's still there.
I don't know if he's there. I don't know, but I remember going up.
Well, they obviously live local enough. One of them does anyway. Yeah. If the wife's in shopping and work, you know what I mean.
I remember the parent teacher meeting my dad come home and he was like, you're fairly handy at that DCG stuff, aren't you? I was like, oh yeah, I like it. And he goes, apparently you could teach the fucking class. I was like, deadly.
Yeah, he was lovely.
Yeah, he was fucking sound out. Like, cut the snot off you though if you were.
If you stood out line or anything like that. Yeah.
We had one metalwork teacher, and he was not one metalwork. There was a woodwork teacher, and he was crazy. Really crazy. All he used to talk about was recession. Fucking hell. I just think he used to come in and just be like, boys, it's coming. Fucking hell, like it was.
Did his begin with F?
F,
Yeah, he's exactly.
I used to like him as well, actually.
Yeah, I used to like.
He was real country or something. He reminded me of my uncle or something like that.
I
like,
actually I went on the metalwork. I completely forgot about him, to be fair. I went on the metalwork and left woodwork, so
I was dirt at woodwork. Like, I'm so bad with my hands. Like,
I'm not too bad.
I can't change a fucking tyre. Like, never mind. Well, I can, like, but I'm just dirt.
I forgot about him. He was actually a good teacher. But the biggest teacher, when I was younger, was the business studies teacher as well. And this is the first business studies.
Business, did you?
Yeah.
In third year?
Yeah.
And did you? And say, oh no, I left. I went on to do art.
And
art history's quite hard.
So I had to. I remember I had hay fever in this particular class, and I was fucking sneezing, and he thought I was like doing this on purpose to disrupt the class. So it was like, stand up, sit down, get out, get in, get out, get all this crack. So I was cracking up, like, I was like, I fucking hay fever now. So I got up to the principal's office, and he was like, he's disrupting my class, and I was like, sir, look at me. And my eyes were bloodshot, watering, sneezing, and he's like, you've hay fever? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm being sent out of class for being having hay fever. So I had to go sit in the canteen. But I just got up and walked out because like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm just going home.
Yeah, why did they do that? Like, if they didn't know what to fucking do with you, they used to put you in the canteen.
Yeah.
Like,
I could just go and sit in the canteen by myself.
Yeah. Oh, you can't go back to... Why? I have hay fever, so I can't go back to class.
Yeah.
I've been put out of class because of a fucking bit of hay, and I'm dying because of it. But you don't know what to do with me, so I have to sit in this fucking canteen like I've done something.
Yeah, like I've done something. And then everyone will walk by and be like, what you gonna sit down for?
Do you ever, when you're put outside the class and you're just standing there like a spare fucking prick, and everyone's walking past you going, what you do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I have to say, like, saying now, like, I'm 27 now, and like when you look back of how much of a fucking little idiot you were, and the teachers, there's no way I could do that job.
Do you not reckon? I fucking love to teach in college. I do a lot of teaching. Well, kind of that kind of stuff now. Well, not as in depth. Like, I don't have to mark papers or anything like that. Like, but I do a bit of teaching and stuff. But I fucking love doing it.
Like you're. I think the college would be kind of different. But you're going with lads that are like saying hitting puberty.
No, I wouldn't hit. I wouldn't
way.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do primary or secondary, but I'd do third level.
No, I would no. I think it's fair play to them. Like, they all deserve a fucking medal, in my opinion.
Fuck that, they're well looked after with that summer holidays.
Still though, it's the amount of shit about it.
Yeah, well, like, they're well fucking paid as well, some of them.
Yeah.
Geez, yeah. Do you know when you had the open days and the open nights? Were you involved in any of that?
Yeah, I used to have to come back for TG.
Yeah, fucking deadly way. Didn't happen.
What year did you finish it?
2 years after you, I think.
2011 then.
Yeah, I think. Or 12 maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
I think I was 2009.
Were you?
I don't know. I think. That's why I'm thinking my 10-year year could be next year.
You were in Quinny's year, weren't you?
Yeah.
He was in the year ahead of us.
Oh, right. So I was 1 year ahead.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
I think.
How did I not know you were in school?
You used to hang around with Quinny and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, you think of that school now, like that school's gone now, and it's brand new. I haven't been in it. I'd love
to go into it.
Yeah, it looks class.
We should go into it.
You can't just walk into it.
The teachers always say that to me. They're always like, come on up. I'm afraid to go up. I was like, what am I meant to do? Just walk in? I'm like, alright, that's great.
Can you go in on Saturdays?
I don't know. They said to me, I just said you should call up and see it. There was a teacher that, what was he, the guidance counsellor?
Oh yeah.
And he said it to me as well.
Daily.
And then some of the girls that do be in there, I'll say, come on up, we may have a look at it. It's absolutely amazing up there now. But like, I just can't be just walking in going, what's crack? Walking around school. I'm a 28-year-old man.
Oh yeah,
you know, 27-year-old man just walking around with a lot of kids. Alright, kids.
I used to come here.
Yeah, but I'd be that weird lad.
Yeah.
And I'm only little, so the boys would be bigger than me. I'm just that weird lad walking around going, I used to be back here. Wasn't like.
And all them lads have beards now.
Yeah.
All those young lads, like,
they're all massive. I don't know what happened. They're all big tanks nowadays.
Yeah. Fucking mad, like they don't have that. Do they still have that basketball court where everyone, like, remember the teachers used to be out in the yard? Really?
Yeah.
And they used to be like a little junker.
They have a basketball
the lads used to be
arena
smoking.
thing now. They have a basketball fucking York, so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Arena.
You know, like a sports court. Fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Not arena, man. It's not big.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know, we had an old fucking tarmac. These boys are all staying
there was glass and everything on the tarmac.
Yeah, you'd be in bits.
Then like lads used to go down, like it used to be like a fucking
Stairs.
yeah. It's kind of like bleachers, kind of like
Yeah.
only with concrete.
Yeah.
And I was like, lads used
cheap Irish.
Yeah. And lads used to like go down to the very bottom and just take puffs off fags and stuff, and then the teacher would be like, I fucking saw you.
Yeah, I saw that. I never have caught smoke. I never smoked in school.
No, I never smoked.
No.
Yeah. Had enough fucking going on apart from that. Jesus, yeah.
Will we wrap it up?
Yeah, wrap it up, yeah.
So this has been the Slip of the Lip podcast. We went through the Pope. We went through leaving cert. We went through the Debs. We went through our school days. Really,
Yeah.
we should nearly do a whole podcast about our school days.
School days, yeah.
That'd be good.
We had one actually called School Days. At the very start of the show, and it was just first starting.
But
I haven't watched that. Go back and fucking watch it.
Yeah. So we kind of touched on like us learning, me not learning, some of the teachers, and fair play to them a lot. But
that I get some views, or not views, but just listeners and stuff. People who be interested into what's going on in their school. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we should actually do one of that.
Our school days.
Yeah, I'd love to bring a teacher on. And like, tell us the goss. Like,
let's bring one of our old teachers back. There's a shout.
Fuck me, that'd be daily, wouldn't it?
Man, that would be class, man.
We should try to get one of our teachers on.
Yeah.
And the majority of our teachers are fucking... Well, our old teachers, secondary teachers are sound out.
Sound out.
So
even a teacher.
I've one in mind, actually.
So do I.
Straight off the bat.
Yeah. What teacher do you have in mind?
I'm like,
give me an initial.
G. Goggery. I don't know.
No, he never had me.
No.
Anyway, this has been the Slip of the Lip.
Brannigan.
Yeah.
He's locked up, fucker.
But this has been the Slip of the Lip podcast. Good luck.
Good luck.